Oops, better get to it. Alright, let's see what we can fix up. So much crap on the disk. Very slow. I know I tried this one before. I don't know why I couldn't resolve its slowness, so we'll have another shot at it. Yeah. Try to see if we get lucky. Maybe it's just a bad BIOS or something. Although that doesn't... yeah, who knows. Hey, Rodrigo. Oof. Looks like I've been a bad man. Looks like I inevitably... looks like I tore off the fan mounting section. That's okay. I can fix that. Thank goodness. It's not a major issue. So we'll try and find out what's going on here. Why are you so slow? I've got to remember how slow you are first. And determine whether it's a sensor issue or something else. That was very naughty of me to... must have just been bad luck. Got snagged somewhere, something went wrong. Knocked off that fan mounting point. Oh, flip. I've got a lot of pain in my thumb today. What happened is, yeah, sometimes the very edge of your fingernail, it starts pulling away slightly from the rest of the nail, and so you try to, if you stoop it, you try to pull at it, which of course just makes it run up, feels like it runs all the way up your thumb. But if you clip it, usually you can stop it, but I clipped it and it's still getting really angry, so I'm kind of half expecting to wake up tomorrow morning and have a bulging thumb. But at least if it's bulging like that, then you can usually just grab it like this and give it a good squeeze and it just goes. That's if you're lucky. If you're not, it's just a lot of pain and no pleasure. Sounds like most of life to me. Okay, I need a thing. But yeah, if I try pushing on it, like 99% of the things you have to do when trying to repair things or do things in life, it's quite painful. Okay, straight up, we don't seem to have a MagSafe. Oh, it's 3437. Okay, it's going to do the stop start. Bath in hot salt water. Yeah, that should help actually. For now, I've been using 80-20 alcohol water. Oh, why are you not seeing my USB stick? Interesting, it's not seeing the USB stick. So, got multiple issues here. It sees it in that one. That's the DC jack, not the DC jack, the DC inboard. And it's not seeing it in the right hand side, so yeah, it's a bit of a hint for us maybe. Hey, a smeller and Yeah, definitely sees it there. Let's see if the chipmunk reports anything on there. Chipmunk reports activity there. No activity. It reports power. So I'm not seeing any green blinks yet. So for some reason we're not getting data activity on the right hand chipmunk. Let's check on the left hand chipmunk. So yeah, definitely getting activity on the left hand chipmunk. And definitely not getting anything on the right hand chipmunk. And we also do not have mag safe, it seems. It's come good now. So maybe it's just a bit of grit and crap. There, Ian. Yeah, alright. It's something to start with. The lack of communications over here. I had a fun one this morning. I had someone send me a box of old MacBooks that they had. There was two MacBooks, a 1466, which was actually not that old, and I think it's a 1286 is the other one. But what was terrifying is when I opened it up, I found the battery like this. Check that out. That is probably one of the most inflated batteries. This is a scary one. This one here had been inflated, but it was so over inflated it actually has ruptured at some point. So that is now a very dead cell. I probably could puncture that and nothing's going to happen. So I can. But this one's ready to go. Yeah. But that's some terrifying inflation figures there. The chassis was also all badly banged up. So I don't know whether it happened in transit or what, but anyway. Hey, Patibunza. Ismaila, yes, it is micro on the thumbnail. I see Lewis dropped a boycott attempt on me today. I say, bring it. You bring that boycott, Lewis Rossman. You bring that boycott. It's not going to change me. Hey, Mark Tabor. Hey, Bob Siddle too. I'll just see you there, Bob. Nearly slipped past, didn't you? Alright, so that's a bit of a messed up looking screw mount. Now fortunately these are nothing but a ground plane on here. There's no traces or anything like that. So you can actually long screw damage this area. It's not what you want to do, but if it does happen, it is not the end of the world. Okay, so that's where that one belongs, in that position there. Miles, because I changed my picture from micro to my logo, Lewis disapproved. Well, Lewis very much loves micro. It's the only reason that he put up with my crap. It's actually how I got Lewis's attention right from the start. The picture of micro made it easy for him to spot me in the crowd, or for me to get his attention. That was a long time ago now. Some things in life change. I don't know whether I'm actually overcooking this or not. It might be okay. Hey B-Dog. Hey Miles. Yeah, true, Miles. Could have threatened to update Flexboard view on him without his consent. Yeah, it looks like that's bonded back down well enough. Okay, so we have the issue where over here does not work. Interesting, there's a bit of flux around there. So first thing we're going to check, since we do have power going into this, we're going to check the data filter. I just noticed that my damn microscope is once again, so just bear with me here. Really ticks me off that this thing just doesn't remember its settings on the restart. Okay. Okay, and we'll check the diode mode of those lines, make sure they're equivalent. 6.2. Three. Yeah, okay, that's close enough for me. 6.3. 6.2, 6.3. So that seems alright there. It seems a bit junky there. Have a look at the connector end on. I mean, it's a little bit ugly there, but it should still make contact. Hey, Jim Allen. Well, I think what we're going to have to do is pull up the board view and schematic and see, because there's the D plus D minus lines, the simple ones, and then there's the USB 3 ones. Just might switch off the extractor. So this is a 3437, which we don't really run in. I don't really fix them that much anymore. 165s are about it. I've pretty much closed the door on anything pre-2015 now. It's just unfortunately the way it goes. Let's see. No, wrong. There we go. Hey, Kristen. Alright, so we've got our D plus, D minus, and then, yeah, you got the super speed stuff as well. Now, I'm kind of curious which... Okay, we've got power going to it. We could have a problem with the SMC debug marks. Somewhat unlikely. We'll see where these go. And looks like, unfortunately, they go straight to the CPU. Yay! Whereas the ones that come in through J9500, which is off the DCM board, oh dear God, mouse, you're really ticking me off. I'm going to throw you out the bin one of these days. There, you see you've got these ones here. Where do you guys go? Oh, also straight to the CPU. Ha. Alright then, let's see what our diode modes are supposed to be. Ah, 34, 37. I don't have diode modes for half of this. Well, I mean, parts and availability aren't too much of an issue, but certainly reliability is a big issue. I mean, you fix these things up and next thing you know, they're broken with something else. What have I got going on here? Hey, Warren Stamps. Good afternoon to you. I mean, I could just blindly replace that. You know, maybe there's a problem with it. Not a lot of other things that can really mess with those data lines. I mean, CPU itself, yeah, it's got some crap around the CPU. It looks like there's goddamn flux around the CPU. Why is there flux around the CPU? Did somebody go and reflow the damn thing? If that's the case, they probably decided, we can't find the fault either. Let's reflow the CPU. Because why not? Okay, I'm actually going to load up the 165. It's going to be sufficiently equivalent for those points for the diode mode. Or maybe not. Dear God, nobody's got diode mode data. Oh, that's fine, we'll just do equivalence testing. So by equivalence testing, I mean I'm going to measure the other two pairs and see what they compare against each other like. So when you don't have diode mode, you look for your familiars. Oh God, how do I pick up so much really? Okay. 3.8. 3.8. Open. Open. Interesting. Yep, definitely open. Open. That's weird. So 3-8. 3-8 I fully expect, that'd be normal. But these here I wouldn't have expected to be open. And they're pointing in the same direction. Like the cathode lines are there to ground. Open and open. Unless I am misreading. Oh no, they are meant to be open line. Alright. Clearly I don't know what I'm talking about. My brain is hurting, and this mouse is really peeving me off. What do I gotta do? Go back to a bald mouse? Hey B-Dog. Oh, you did the 1708 USB-C. How did the camera chip go after that? You're all good with the camera chip? Let's see. Okay. It's interesting. The two pins that are open, they're capacitively coupled, but the two that aren't, they just seem to be directly coupled. That's interesting. Yeah, I'm a little stumped. I'm further stumped by the fact that I wouldn't actually... Let's see, I don't know. Does the Chipmunk use the... Yeah, Chipmunk just uses USB 1.1. So if it's not even getting any data on the 1.1 lines, that's basically, that is that filter. You got to replace with still having power issues, so more troubleshooting needed. Ah, okay. Yeah, the camera chip is always a bit of a nightmare on those. Well, I'm going to try to replace the Mux chip anyway. That's this little beastie here. It's not a major issue to change it, so yeah, I'm fine to do so. One of your cats likes to play with garlic, crikey. Well, maybe it's telling you there's vampires in your house. let it be known I have my doubts this will actually do anything. I feel that this is just a bit of a troll. Don't actually believe it's going to be that part. I think I might replace the filter as well, because many a time you can test those filters and they test okay, but that's only because you're applying pressure to them. And as soon as they no longer have pressure on them, they open up again. Hey, is Jim here? Oh, the other Jim, right. I was thinking maybe Jim Hook was here. Oh no. Damn it. I lost my orientation now. Ow. Okay, I'm gonna guess that bar. There's a little bar above the J. I'm gonna guess that represents 1. I suppose the sensible thing for me to do here is just look at yet another board. Yep, I was right. Hey there, full wave wrecked. It's somewhat terrifying how much you need your thumb for everything. It's a real point of vulnerability. Okay, so we're going to see if we get our orange light. Oh, not our orange light. Our green blink. Or we don't. Wow, what the hell's on there? It does or may take a little while, being a 3437. Yep, still looks like nothing. No go. Alright, we'll change that filter now. In the vast majority of cases, it usually is the filter or the protection diodes. Well, that filter didn't split apart when I picked it up, so it probably was okay. Usually you can tell the shonky filters by the fact that as soon as they become desoldered from the hot air, when you grab them, you only end up being able to grab a portion of them because the rest just breaks away. They're quite fragile. Very susceptible to just splitting. Yeah, clearly today I have not done any soldering today. So my irons were both off. Oh well. Yeah, let's try that again. The other possibility is that the mux is not being signaled properly. Could be stuck in like debug mode or something. Nope. Alrighty. Let's have a look at other things. And Mr. Tritz. So basically this is the part that is between the CPU and the port. Now we have gone along, we've changed that. And we have changed that. But we haven't inspected this part. Yeah, or anything else. We haven't looked at that. We haven't checked to see if it's got 342. So we will probe around and see what's going on. While it's running, of course. Voltage mode. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is pin 9 VCC. Should be able to pick that up here. Okay, we do have 342 there. Let me see if I can touch it here. We've got 342 there. Pin 8 is output enable, and that should be low. And it really should be low because it's actually on ground. So yep, output enable is set. Pin 10, debug port enable when low. Pin 10 should be high. So it's this one over here. Okay, we've got a bit of a problem there. Yeah, that should be high. We do have 342 here, but for some reason we don't get 342 there. Ouch. Now there's supposed to be a 100k pull-up resistor. Be very unusual for it to be defective, but I guess we'll find out. And since nothing else, as far as I can tell, is acting on that line, like I can't imagine that the chip would again be pulling itself down. I put the resistor back there because I want to measure its resistance. And that is indeed 100k. Kind of curious now. $100 ohms. That's actually. Oh, SMC debug port in it. Okay, so the SMC could be pulling it down. That's annoying. Well, there's sort of one way we can cheat with this, and that should be a 0.6 diode mode. And I have a strong suspicion that is not 0.6. I have a feeling that's going to be like 0.1 or something stupid. Yeah, 0.05. Okay, so that line is shorted to ground, so there's an issue with the SMC most likely. What madman would dump a gigabyte over 112,500? Well, I know I've done similar things. When I had to migrate my 20 megabyte MFM drive over to a new 100 megabyte IDE drive, all I had was the serial port version of LapLink. Actually, no, I didn't have it. I know, that's right. I just used, that's right, I remember now, I used just plain old telex. I just used telex and made it transfer the whole thing across. Yeah, that was entertaining days. Hey, Dudumres. I forgot to say that. Okay, so SMC most likely. And that particular pin for the debug enable is right inside here. So yeah, looks like we're gonna have to pull an SMC. Oh, what the hell, bro? You're missing that? Okay, what the hell? What the hell? I could explain the slowness at least, because that's CPU thermal trip, and if that's missing, well, that just goes all crazy. But it doesn't explain the USB situation, but it definitely explains the slowness. So yeah, we'll put a replacement transistor. And that just looks like it's been physically wiped off the board. And someone got a little close with their Hulk behavior and wiped it. I'm going to stick with using hell. Well, Miles, I'm going to have to replace the whole SMC anyway. Fortunately, it's a 3437, so we won't really have any issues with finding replacements, I think. Awful coincidence? Wait, what are the coincidences? Hey there, Shad. It's one of those situations that it might have even been possible that it just needed a reflow, but no, we'll do it for SMC. Because it doesn't hurt to practice a little bit of SMCing now and then. They came off nice. Does the rehot work though? Very rarely. And usually if it does work on a rehot, you probably still at the very least want to take it off and reball it anyway. Like a rehot might get you it might get you operational for a short time, but then more than likely there's probably some other tear or something like that that will manifest again later. And given that it's not a big issue to change an SMC, then it's worth doing. And guess what? That pad, I'm pretty sure that one that looks funky there, I'm pretty sure that's the one. Yeah, it is. So if we go to schematics, that middle pad there, SMC debug part enable, go into the part. So it's interesting that there definitely has a problem. Doesn't really show on here. That's it there. But I'd say, if anything, that could have just been a manufacturing bit of bad luck. I could contemplate just reballing the existing one, since, you know, we've definitely got a physical issue there. Could have been just a tiny speck of dust or something that landed on it. But yeah, that stood out very clearly as soon as I took the SMC off. kind of surprised Jason, unofficial Jason's not here. This is actually one of his boards. Normally he's around very quickly as soon as I start streaming. Hope he's okay. Maybe it was just a bit late. Maybe he's already got other things. He's got an actual life. Well, I'd kind of be curious to see if I can just reball the existing one. I mean, it's not critical, this job, so I'm kind of contemplating it for having a laugh, see if it works. Look at the graveyard of parts here. I mean, worst case scenario, I'll just have to go do it again. But I'm not too fussed about that. As yeah, it doesn't bother me too much. Like, I know some people genuinely loathe and detest SMC jobs, but they're not that bad really. Once you've got a routine and yeah, once you've got something that works for you, SMC reballings are pretty straightforward for the most part. I mean, yeah, sure, every now and then there's a stuff up. There's always the chance of stuff ups. But that's true of any routine jobs. Hey, Patrick Mill. Oh yeah, I mean, like, yeah, SMCs are, you know, once you've got your technique, they're pretty straight. Okay, no, I am replacing this SMC. I can see the delamination that's occurred in there, so I'm replacing it. It's got actually quite bad delamination going on in there, and it's right over the area where that debug line is. So I don't know if it shows up or not, but you can see, like, there's a large area here, a large area here, and then this area here. It's got a you can see the layers are separating, and also a little bit up here, and this here is that particular pin that was problematic as well. So yeah, we can't use this one again, it is faulty. In the bin. Oh, now I've got to find another 3437 that actually has an SMC. Damn it. I sorted these out the other day and, well, now they're not sorted out again. Oh, what have we got? 3437. I don't know. That's probably a risky proposition given the amount of corrosion we've got over here. Good chance that SMC got hit. Yeah, the SMC on that one got hit. That's the other really suckful thing when you buy donor boards from AliExpress, etc., and you end up with one that's got liquid damage on it and the SMC's no good on it, and you're like, damn you, AliExpress. And of course you're not going to get your money back on that, because they'll say, well, you know, it's the luck of the draw, we don't choose which ones we send you as such, we just grab whatever we grab, and luck of the draw. Sucks to be you. Okay, we've got a 34, 37. This one actually has tape over it, which doesn't mean diddly squat. It could be equally as bad as the other one. Hey, Captain Ron. Welcome aboard. Alright, so we go at it again. And I've got a little more than 30 minutes to get this done. Okay, this sort of SMC edge bonding has a bad habit of just crumbling away. So it's going to be a little bit of a nuisance. I doubt they're going to come off in nice chunks. No, I got lucky. It definitely likes to crumble, this stuff. Yeah, see, it's starting to crumble there. You get so much of it just getting stuck under the corners here. This is why it's also generally a bad idea to trust a reflow, because very often what will happen is there'll be bits of this edge bonding under the corners, and you hit the reflow and you go and give it the old tap, and you're going to get a very uneven reflow going on, very uneven sort of stresses on the balls. Okay, here we go. Get out of here. And the other fun thing is when you're trying to get them off and you're not sure whether you just have to twist it a little harder or whether it's not actually reflowed yet. There we go. Hey, Gliddenbookins. Even better if they drill a hole through the part you need. Oh yeah. Buy 928 and they send you chicken breast parts. Yep, yeah. I'm really not a fan of the whole... Oh, look at this. This is a real mess. Now, I like to... If I get a dead job here, I really do like to try and offer the person some money so that I can take their board. Like, you know, if it's one of these newer boards and if the machine is dead, like a solid state drive failure or a CPU failure or something like that, it's like, well, you know, what are you going to do with that board? I'm more than happy to pay some money to have it. Oh, for frickety, frick. Because yeah, you already pay a heap to get them from AliExpress, and then you got to wait for them, and they're of unknown quality. So yeah, if you can get them yourself locally from your own customers, it's definitely worth it. But unfortunately, a lot of people, and I understand it, a lot of people don't want to let go of their machines straight away. Or the worst part for me is if they want a hell of a lot more than what it's actually worth. It's like, yes, it is valuable to me, but It's not that valuable. And it's like, okay, you pay $3,000 for your machine, but it doesn't have that value anymore. And you don't want to argue with the people. They're hurting. They've just lost their machine, and it's a lot of money, and they've lost their data or whatever. So you get it. It's like, okay, look, completely understand. But should you change your mind in the future, give me a call and I'll pay for postage or whatever back, and so on and so forth. Sadly, a lot of them still end up just rotting away in a cupboard somewhere, with some grandkids grab it and smash it to bits or something like that. Someone puts it on YouTube, blowing it up. Hey Pedro, I just saw you there. Hey Arnold G, yeah, SMC. Just trying to clear off all this stuff over here because it doesn't make a huge difference on the SMC, but sometimes it can be just enough to lift the damn stencil up. Okay, that looks better. Jeez, bloody noisy trucks. Okay, just need to take this out. And then I need to clear the flux out of this area because whenever you reflow or do the reballing, if there's too much flux around here, it has a really nasty habit of crawling back in under the stencil and wrecking your reflow. Okay, that's pretty good. Any special offers? Well, it's currently on special right now, so instead of 197 you're only paying 147. So yep, it's on special at the moment, but it's not going any lower than that. So get in now before I put it back up to 197. As soon as the next big version comes out, it's going up to 197 again. So yeah, get it now, and then you'll be able to migrate to the big new version without having to pay anything more. Because remember also, it's a perpetual license. It's not a license that needs to be renewed every year like ZXW. You pay that price once, and then you're allowed to use whatever the latest version is that you've been able to upgrade to for perpetuality. So it doesn't run out. It's not a subscription license. It's like the good old wholesome licenses that we used to have before everybody became money-grubbing little bastards. And I'm only angry because I want to be one too. It definitely saves time, especially the part find feature. It's one of those things, like I said, I didn't intend it to be that useful when I created the parts find feature. It was more a case of, you know what, I don't have as many boards as some rich people like Mr. Rossman, and I need to be able to find parts on other boards that probably should have those parts. So I created it, but yeah, it's saved me absolutely heaps of money and time. So it was one of those happy features. Freezer, tell you what, just go use Open Board View for a bit. Try Open Board View, see if it's any good for you. Because, you know, it's close enough. It doesn't have some of the nicer features that Flex Board View has, but that's why you're paying commercial license for Flex Board View. But, yeah, if Open Board View works for you, then Flex Board View should definitely work for you. They're both from the same original code base, but yeah, I went commercial with Flexboard View so that I could actually have a life. When you buy Flexboard View, you are supporting me directly, enabling me to actually continue doing this work. And of course, I'm always improving the software. Oh, you worked on Open Board View for 6 months? Okay, yeah, alright then. Well, at least you've tried that, you know, Freezer, because a lot of people, they come from like ZXW or some other packages, and the mindset difference required in terms of, like, when you buy ZXW and things like that, a lot of people just feel like the board views and the schematics are part of the package, as opposed to, as you know, with Open Board View, you know, it's using your own ones. And some people get caught out by that and they feel like they got ripped off or something, but it's like, no, it's very clear, you've got to use your own stuff. The upside, of course, is that it means you can use anything, as in PC laptop motherboard, you know, board views, gaming board views, you're not stuck with whatever is supplied. So it's good that you've been using Open Board View. Thank you for that. I wish more people would actually do that first before going and purchasing Flexboard View, because yeah, it's very frustrating when I've got to deal with that. I try quite hard on the website to explain the differences, but yeah, some people just jump in a little bit too eagerly overexcited, and then they get a bit disappointed or dismayed. Hey, nuts and proud. Well, Pedro, there's a lot of those. Okay, so I've got a few pads here that are not sticking up nicely, and I'm not surprised because I did notice there was a bit of scum on the SMC, and I thought I'd cleared enough of it, but obviously not. Okay, yeah, that one there's really insisting on look good now. Okay, that's good. Hey creature, I can't use too much flux, otherwise it spits them out. Even at only 250 centigrade, it spits them out occasionally. Easier for me to just jab my balls a little bit until they get back into the right place. Okay, that looks good. Agreed, Ian. YouTube's probably going to penalise me for that. Such is life. I'm going to lose 5 cents from this stream. Ah, I forgot to flip and cover this in Flux. Oh, thank you, Freezer. And thank you, Catherine. I just noticed Catherine snuck a contribution in there. Thank you, Catherine, very much. She sent me Australian $5, which I'm not going to post up here because if you put the dollar symbol there and the A there and whatever, it apparently spells something unpleasant. I do need to write the PayPal streaming interface. Okay, looks mildly tolerable for me to put it there. Captain Ron, thank you. Ooh, fireworks. For a moment then I thought they were I thought they were snowflakes. And I was like, oh yeah, I could do with some snowflakes around here. And by snowflakes I mean frozen water droplets, not the other kind of snowflakes that people like to mock. Michael Chan, thank you for the 10 Hong Kong dollars. I haven't seen you around too much. You've been busy, or how's things going over there? You just have to bear with me while I'm concentrating on the SMC and trying not to completely... Oh, that was a big slide. I'm pretty sure that's in place, but that was a big slide. Doing afternoon shift lately. Oh, okay. There wasn't a lot of flux under there, so I just want to... This is going to come out in the ultrasonic anyway. Okay, that's floating and rocking. Hey, Christos. Yeah, Michael John, I sort of have been trying to stream a little bit more frequently. YouTube is penalising me pretty hard on the fact that I only generally do live streams. I'm trying to do some more edited videos as well. But I find it very hard to find the interest in editing my own videos. I've got one for doing keyboard key repair for the butterfly keyboards, and it's not a long one, it'd be less than 5 minutes, and I just don't get around to editing it. And I really need to, and I just turned it off when I actually wanted to put that into the cooler. Oh well. Fine cheap editor does that. Well, I'm using Kadian Live at the moment. I was using Shotcut previously. The reason why I changed over to Kadian Live is because it actually has a very nice integrated subtitle system, whereas Shotcut required me to do a lot of cut paste of a effect, and then change the text retrospectively, whereas Kadian Live, it does it properly as a part of the timeline. And I don't use any other real features. I just do normal transitions, normal cut. I don't use anything special in an editor. It's just a case of I have to actually go along and make the time to do it. So it's not really the software issue, it's me. I did print out the keyboard shortcuts at least, so the more I can practice those keyboard shortcuts, the quicker it will be for me. Yeah, Catherine, he carries that mouse around almost everywhere all the time. You know, he'll take it out to his bed outside. He'll take it to sleep with him. I don't know what it is. He's the only one of our cats that does that with an object. Some people have said that tuxedos have a tendency to do that. So, I don't know. All I know is it's very cute, and he announces it to everybody when he's carrying his mouse around. He's like, and it really lets you know. And then you got to call back out to him and say, "Oh, you got your mouse? Oh, that's very cute. Got your mouse? Clever boy." And yeah, if you don't, he will just keep going until he's like, "Somebody listen to me. Blink, please blink." It's not going to blink. Wow. Oh, it blinked. Oh, I was going to give up there for a second. It blinked. That's funny, Nice and Proud. Ours have been very good this year and have not done anything really with the decorations. I think Milo, he has knocked one of the baubles off, but they're all plastic anyway. But for the most part, no, they've been really good. Because yeah, usually you're right, it's an absolute nightmare. You put the decorations up and they just shred everything. Daniel, what sort of cat is your Luna? Is what breed? Like, obviously from yeah. Anyway, what breed is it? Because like I said, I'm kind of curious whether it's more prevalent with things like tuxedos or whether it's just we're unlucky with the rest of our cats. It is okay. Catherine says the tuxie cat thing. I need to get more. I need to try and get more videos of Micro with his mouse, particularly just before he gets it. So you can usually tell when he's wanting to go and get his mouse. He has a particular way of walking, and he's looking for his mouse. And then yeah, he'll race through, and then he'll come back with his slow walk, and he's. Sometimes he gets angry with Mousy and he starts throwing Mousy around and beating up Mousy. And then other times he's happy to just be nice to Mousy and preen Mousy. Yeah, they have their moods, I guess. She's black and white. Okay, is she more black than white, or is she like 50-50 black and white? Because if she's more black than white, then yeah, she's probably a tuxedo. Like we have another cat called Lulu, and she is, I believe they call them a jelly bean, where it's more white than they are black. So she's definitely not a tuxedo. Okay, I'm having trouble getting this keyboard connector in. 80-20 black. Okay, wait, so 80% black? In which case, yeah, it should be a tux. Most likely a tuxedo. Wow, what the hell's going on here? Why is that connector all janky? There we go. Alright, so it seems like we've got a lot of micro style cats around here. Micro is the only cat that we have that is a tuxedo. Well, we've got tabbies galore. We've got a butterscotch and jelly bean. We have heaps of gingers. The gingers in particular for the rescue cats that we look after. So they're all from one family in this case. Hey Mark, 3186. Right, so obviously this is going to go stop, start, then bong. Hey, we actually, you can barely just see that, but with the in that side, we are indeed booting off that stick. So it looks like it was a bad SMC chip, and it was pulling that debug line low. The brightness is not too bad. It's just that the lighting in here is extremely bright. It looks like I'm 11 minutes over schedule. Means I'm going to miss out on zombie time. I'm curious to see how it goes in performance. Okay, so screen's coming up nicely now. Okay, that went good. I'd say, okay, the battery's at 80%. Let's see what the performance is like. If I start getting pinwheels too much, then it's a bit of a bad sign, but that one was pretty good. Remember, this is a 3437. And it's probably a low, yeah, it's a 1.4 gigahertz, 4 GB RAM, so it is almost bottom of the range. I think you can only get a 1.3 below this. Run the valley. See, what's the charge rate? Charge rate's good. Did it not bring up FaceTime? There we go. Okay, FaceTime works. It's good. Let's run the valley. Yeah, that's right, Miles. Potato quality camera. I mean, 1.44, it's not the worst. At least with those NUCs you could put in 8 gigs if you wanted. My Flexboard View compiler for macOS is a 1.4, I think. But I might change that up. Now that I've got a new logic board today, I've got a 1.68 gigabyte. 165, so it's a nice board. Well, we're doing 30 frames per second on Valley there, so that's definitely quite good. CPU is pushing up over 90, so that's good. That means it's not being throttled by the system, so we know it's pushing it as hard as it can. So I'd say we've solved that slowness problem now. And I can now quit the stream and go do my own things. It feels very strange. We are in the Christmas week, but I'm still sort of doing a fair bit of work. I'm waiting on a fair few things. I do need to find time just to go out and do things on the property. I've got to tear down a fence, I've got to mow a lot of the yard, I've got a lot of things to clean up. So I need to find some time. It will probably more happen between Christmas and New Year though. Potato computer. To be fair, even though it is only a 1.44 gig, it's actually surprisingly, they're still surprisingly good machines, and I think that's why the 1466s are still so popular, is because in spite of the low specifications, they do a really good job for most things. I'm just waiting for it to shut down. The screen will change when it shuts down properly. If I had the chipmunk in, I would know, but I don't at the moment. Come on. There we go. It's off. Alright. So that's it for tonight. Thanks everyone for being here. Thanks for watching. Thank you everyone who contributed. Always appreciated that. Gives me coffee, gives the kitty cats some food. That's very essential, because if the kitty cats don't have food, then I don't get to have my coffee, because they attack me. Like, give us food. Anyway, I'm out of here. Once again, thank you very much, and I'll probably see you tomorrow at this rate. Until then, you'll take care. I'll see you next time.